Hi everybody, this is Donnie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to make a chunky glitter fabric elastic cover. This specifically is for your A5 cloud planner setup. This is what I'm using it in. The supplies you'll need are a hot glue gun. This is just a low temp hot glue gun and a glue stick. I have a pair of scissors, a pencil, a ruler, felt, just a few felt pieces for each one at about 1.5 inches square. I have 3 for each one of my flaps, and then some velcro. This is the hook and loop dots that I get off of Amazon. You'll also need some of this chunky glitter fabric to use. The back of it is a fabric, and that's important in our planners to keep things soft. As you can see, I have done, my first prototype was literally trying to copy the front of my Aura Estelle cloud, and that was why those scallops are there. First of all, you'll cut 2 pieces of 2-inch wide glitter fabric. It's pretty simple. This is really easy. Just cut that twice. You'll need 2 pieces, one for the front of your planner and one for the back. Specifically, this is for those planners that have elastic in them for TN inserts. And they're the hybrid planners like the Aura Estelle. There are others that are also hybrid. This is because I'm not going to be using the front necessarily, and probably not even the back of the elastics in my planner, and I wanted something pretty to cover them up. I don't want to cut them out because I might use that in the future, and it looks like it'd be kind of difficult to actually replace the elastics if I were to cut them out. I'm taking the square felt pieces and placing them away from the top and bottom edge of the chunky glitter on the back side, so that when I close them up, I won't run into the shortest elastic. Now, this is one of those kind of eyeball it type of tutorials. You do not have to be very specific on this. This is just, and it's such an easy thing to do. You can use felt, you can use this chunky glitter. There are all types of materials that you can use to do the same type of thing. So I'm gluing down half of the square felt onto one side of my chunky glitter on the back side of it. So I'm just making flaps so that I can put the elastic on each of the flaps, put it underneath the elastic, and hold it. Now, I choose to use hot glue because of my past experience with different types of crafting with felt. Felt and hot glue they're solid. They don't come up easy, and I wanted something that was going to not cause me problems in the future. So that's one side. One of the things that I have found is these tiny little Velcro dots. I get these off of Amazon. They are sticky on the back side, and as I used them, I realized that the stickiness is not going to suit for this particular item. So I am hot gluing the sticky side down. So I'm going to use the exact same piece. I don't know if this is the top or bottom of a Velcro piece, but y'all know what I mean. One side, let's say, I'm going to put one on each of those corners, and then keep in mind that they are sticky, so they're kind of difficult to work with. I'm going to put those down first. So I'm just going to put one little dot of glue in each of the corners of the felt and try to unstick these from my fingers as I lay them down onto the hot glue. It holds well. The hot glue seems to be working fine. One thing I might have done a little bit different is maybe made those felt pieces a little bit wider so that as I folded it over, I'd have a little bit more room for the elastic underneath. That was the only problem I found that I was having, and that was because of the knotted pieces of the elastic that are in the planners. So I'm going to finish off. As you see, there are 6 complete sets of the Velcro for each side of this. So I would need a total of 12 of the Velcro dots for one set or a pair of these chunky glitter covers, elastic covers. I don't even know what to call these yet. Elastic covers, let's call it that. Okay, so now I'm taking the opposite side of the Velcro. Again, I don't know whether this is considered the top or the bottom, but it is the opposite side of the ones I've already placed on there. They too have adhesive on the back side, so I'm putting them down on top of the piece I've already glued down, so that now I have the adhesive portion, or the wrong side of the Velcro facing up, which is where I will then put the glue, the hot glue, and then we'll fold over the tabs on top of the hot glue. As I was making this project and just trying to think through all the steps that I would need to do so that it would actually work in my planner, I got to looking around my craft room, which is the basement of my home, and I've been here for like 4.5 years now. It has grown, multiplied. It has just, there's stuff everywhere, let's just say. I have lots of materials to work with, fabrics and felts and all kinds of things. And I already had these chunky glitter pieces. I had ordered them from China, but I think I have found a source on Amazon. I will list it in my Amazon affiliate below, along with everything else that I'm using. You can find it on the Amazon affiliate. After I place all of those on top of the bottom piece, I am putting dots of glue on the adhesive portion of the Velcro and folding it over so that there is still a little bit of room, as you can see I was pointing out there, of the fabric piece underneath, the chunky glitter, showing. Because when I put it in my planner, I don't want to see white felt strips. I just want to see the pretty glitter. So I'm going to push that over far enough so that as I glue that down onto the folded over piece of felt, I can still see some of the color of the background. The piece I had shown you that was already inside my planner has that scallop on it. You are free to make any kind of shape you want for your own straps or covers here. I just thought I would try to mimic the shape of the cloud on that first one that I made, and I realized that it would stick up and I didn't want it to do that, so I tucked it underneath the dashboard that was in the pocket. It dries quickly and they need a little manipulation, as you can see, to get them open, which is good because I want them to hold. So I'm going to open each one of these up, and then I'm going to put it inside my planner. And let me also add, I ended up rounding off the corners of these, not necessarily the piece that would go underneath a dashboard or a pocket, but the part that's going to be closest to the elastic. I definitely rounded those corners. So after I get these all open, I'm going to put it in my notebook. I'm going to turn it upside down so that now the front is at the top, and as you can see, I'm going to place it first of all under just one elastic, but really you need to put it under both elastics. That way it'll hold and cover all of the elastic and you won't have to see that. You just pull it up and down and fold over the felt pieces. I think I was thinking I was out of frame, but I had really wanted this to show. Line up the little Velcro pieces and push them together so that they'll hold. Again, that little piece right there, I wish I'd made it a little bit wider because I have that knot that I'm covering up. I guess I could have moved it somewhere else, but I wanted the knot to be covered up. So I'm going to push that over and probably readjust a little bit here and there to try to get that straight. Pull the glue strings out of the way. Just kind of work with it until it closes correctly in your planner. It's an easy enough thing to do that any of y'all can do it, I'm sure. Just be careful with the hot glue gun. I know that a lot of people use hot glue and it can burn your fingers. Even the low temp ones can. So just be careful with that. And you can make this any size you want it. It can be broader, wider if you'd like it. I didn't need to use that much because I like to add a lot of pretties into my pockets. Had a washi dashboard looking thing. It's really not a dashboard, but for washi, but it's just decorative. I have some pieces from Simply Gilded. The tape is from Simply Gilded, the majority of it. So I just kind of fiddle around until I get everything the way I like it, but I'm putting everything on top of that elastic cover, and it holds it down so that it doesn't interfere with anything. Kind of manipulate things around until you like it. If you decide you want something wider, again, 2 inches may not be wide enough for you. So this is just an example of how I was going to decorate the back of my Aura Estelle A5 wide, which is what I'm using. I don't know if I even mentioned that, but this is just a playing around with my Aura Estelle and something I came up with. I hope you've enjoyed the idea of putting an elastic cover in your planner. If you don't like the elastic, you are always, of course, welcome to do whatever you want to with your own planners. This was just an idea I had and had thought I would just make a quick video as I was making them. I have 4 different colors of this particular chunky glitter fabric that I have used. I've had it in my craft room now for probably almost a year and had not used it yet, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. But play around with your planners, have fun with them, and if you have questions, let me know. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I appreciate it. Bye-bye.